These are all my thoughts and opinions only. I make them from what I read. Do your own research and please be kind or nice with the comments. Okay, guys? This is the little waterfall behind my house, as you all know by now. Many of you have written me about Lady C's video yesterday, or I don't know which day it was, stating that the Duke titles can only be removed through an act of Parliament. I don't know why she said that. If you go to her earlier videos, and I'm not throwing shade at her, but if you go to her earlier video, she says that the Prince and HRH cannot be removed at all by Her Majesty the Queen because he was born with that. And now she changed her story that now the Queen can actually remove his princely status along with the HRH, but not the Duke title. That is false. Her Majesty the Queen can issue a letters patent at any given moment and send it over to Parliament so they can ratify it. That's with all the things. Just like Parliament needs royal assent, which is the Queen's signature for all the legislature they pass, the Queen also needs, but it's just ratification of that letters patent for it to become legal. There's only been one instance that Parliament stood firm that they would not ratify the letters patent, and that was when Prince Albert wanted to, because they were so against Wallis Simpson being Queen Consort and being called HRH, that they were giving him the option, either stop seeing this woman and marry somebody suitable or abdicate. So Prince Albert was trying desperately to stay in power, remain king, because they all like being royal. And he proposed what Prince Charles has proposed, which is that Camilla doesn't, that Wallis would not be called Queen Consort and she would be styled something else. And Parliament refused and said that if Prince Albert were to send that letters patent, they would refuse to ratify it, therefore creating a constitutional crisis. That's the only time it's happened. So therefore, between abdicating or leaving Wallis, he chose to abdicate because he wanted his women. Wallis was not I don't care what people say, she was not suitable. And if you ask me, that the Duke of Windsor should have been charged with treason because he was cohorting with Hitler. It was found out later on, and the royal family has covered it up. The same thing from Lord Mountbatten. Lord Mountbatten should have been court-martialed. He should have done time and been dishonorably discharged because he sank a ship, and on top of that, he disobeyed a direct order to pick up some soldiers, if I'm not mistaken, from Norway, who were stranded in Norway. He refused to do that. He disobeyed a direct order, which caused these brave soldiers to be captured. Some of them died, and the ones that were captured were sent to Nazi camps, just because he disobeyed a direct order. And what happened? The generals wanted to court-martial him and discharge him and make him do time, but the crown interfered. Right now, Her Majesty the Queen has absolute power over the Duke of Sussex. She can write a letters patent stating that the title is suspended while Harry is not residing, like lawfully residing in the United Kingdom. I am very angry because, you know that I'm waiting for, I'm going to put my petition on Friday. I decided to do it because it's clear that nothing is going to happen. I have an idea as to why they're still saying that Harry resides in the United Kingdom, because they think that if Meghan Markle and him were to divorce, he can bring the children back to the United Kingdom with him because the website says so. I got news for the royal family. Just because a website says that the United Kingdom is their family home, it doesn't make it true nor lawful. All that Meghan Markle has to do, so you know, and this is, you can please feel free to fact check me. In order to be a resident alien in the United States, you either have to have a green card or what's called a substantial presence test with a visa, with a lawful visa. Sorry, I had to change places because I was sitting on the rock. So Harry, and the substantial test in the United States means that you have to remain 31 days with a legal visa in the United States and 183 days within 2 years to be a resident alien, that they call it. Unless Harry has been traveling every 24 days or so, and you can only make 3 trips like that before you're stopped because the IRS wants to get their money. So Harry has been living in the United States 183 days. They haven't bought a house in their name, but they are living in the United States, unless, of course, they've been traveling back and forth, which would be unlawful because the IRS stops them after a while. So the royal family having that, in the event of divorce, all that Meghan has to say is, listen, I've been living here with my husband for 183 days, so therefore my children stay in the United States. And Harry would have to, unless he wants to invoke the Hague Treaty, to decide on these matters, those children are staying in the United States. And that is as bad. I guess that this is what Princess Anne was concerned about. So what Lady C is false. It is true that the signature of Parliament is required, but I am pretty sure that Parliament would give the signature. People have written to Parliament, and Parliament has responded in writing and directed people like me to write to the Queen because they've said that all royal titles are a prerogative of the monarch, absolute monarch. So Her Majesty the Queen can make that title, but the Dukedom of Sussex, extinct. She can make what it's called, I think if I'm not wrong, a lifetime dukedom, which means that it dies when Prince Harry dies. It's the same thing that happens to the Duke of Windsor. That title, that dukedom, became extinct when he died. So Her Majesty the Queen can absolutely do a letters patent stating that, anything really. She can decide that she can issue a letters patent saying that only Prince William and his children will be known as Prince, and anybody else other than their direct line will not be a Prince or have any other titles. And Harry is screwed, basically. He will still remain in the line of succession, but without titles, just like just like Sarah and Peter Phillips. So, and it's not difficult to do. And so that was a false claim. I don't know why she said it, and I'm not throwing shade at her. I'm just saying that is false, and Parliament has said that in writing as well. Yes, all that's needed it is their signature, but they will give it. I'm pretty sure they will give it. So that's it's not like a difficult thing to do. Now, regarding Harry's status in the U.S., he has to pay taxes after 31 days. He has to pay taxes on everything he makes worldwide. Now, Harry and Meghan are not smart. They're going to get caught with something. I have been writing on Twitter. I write it every day. I will be writing it every day that, today I put that it's been 31 days since that March 7th interview. And Harry and Meghan are still on that website. That website is reserved only for working royals, and they are not anymore. So that I find disgusting. The monarchy nowadays is not... What use is the monarchy, and it makes me sad to say it, if they're not respectable, they're not credible, they're not honest. Nobody wants to do business with them. Now, the monarchy, the constitutional monarchy, it is a government institution. So I read that Piers Morgan got a thank you from the royals saying thank you for somebody sticking up for us. The royals can do it too, but they refuse to do it because they don't want to hold Harry accountable. I also read Meghan's truth in that interview. There's only one truth, and it's backed by facts. Anything else is just versions or outright lies. Truth is backed by facts. None of that is there. So Meghan is not Meghan's truth. It is Meghan stating lies. Because what they're fighting for is that even when if Prince Charles ascends the throne, it doesn't guarantee any more royal privileges for Archie or them. They're fighting for titles for them. They're still using the Duke of Sussex titles in the United States. All of that could be amended with a letters patent by Her Majesty the Queen, stating that Harry cannot use his titles where he's in the in the US. Sorry. You know, the Duchess, and this is why it's important for people to speak out, because the monarchy can do something about it. They shouldn't be thanking Piers Morgan. They should be doing the right thing, and they're not. All of this just to protect Harry. They're still protecting Harry. Not Meghan Markle as much, but Harry. Now, I posted this little video prior to this one about this gentleman called Calvin. The United Kingdom is being furiously attacked by everybody because now the narrative is, if you're black, you cannot be judged. And even within the, if you saw that interview, this black man feels he's more entitled to his opinion than Calvin just because he's darker. That is racism. He called it right. That is racism. Because he's basically telling Calvin, who's a mixed race gentleman, that his opinion is worth less than his because he's lighter. While defending Meghan Markle, who's whiter than all of them, probably even whiter than the white guy interviewing there, and she doesn't even look black. So this black man is defending a woman and saying, you cannot call her a liar for lying because she's black. Meghan Markle is not black. They're trying to pass a white-skinned woman as black. Meghan Markle is white-skinned woman with mixed race. She's not black. You look at her, would you think she's black? I look at Calvin and I think Calvin, oh, he's a mixed race. You can clearly see his mixed race. Meghan Markle, at the most, she's Latino, and a white Latina at that, you know, like Sofia Vergara. You know, her skin is even lighter than Kim Kardashian, you know, than most white people. So why are people going on about Meghan Markle being a black woman? She's not a black woman. She's a woman of color. Which bloody color? She is white. And I am giving him kudos. So no, that I got quite a few emails in regards to what Lady C said. No, that is false. Yes, Her Majesty can issue a letters patent, and most likely 100% Parliament will ratify it. And as I already told you, there's only been one instance prior to that. And them putting that on that website that the UK, Frogmore Cottage in the UK is their family home, remains their family home, that is false. Their family home is wherever they live in the United States, where they reside. That is their family home. And if they think that they're giving Harry some form of, life-saving thing in case Meghan Markle divorces him, they are wrong, because all she has to do is prove, and she can accuse him of trying to if he says, well, no, because I flew every 20 days, then she will say that was a ruse, and he could actually end up in jail. So that is the reason why the royal family is to me has completely is not respectable. Nobody will want to do business with the royal family. They're not attracting anything positive to the UK. If anything, or the Commonwealth. If anything, their nepotism is destroying the prestige of an institution of the monarchy. Not the royals, just to protect a few individuals within the royal family. The monarchy comes before anybody because it serves a greater good for millions of people. These are all my thoughts and opinions, by the way. And don't come for me. I'm just saying. I hope you enjoy outside, guys. Let me get that. Let me see that here. I wish I knew how to work this thing. Wait. See? Isn't this pretty? My house is just behind over there. So, please leave your comments. Thank you for your donations, guys. And please be safe Wear your mask